Welcome back to Karis Investment, where we make investment simple. Yes, indeed, simple is what it is. Guys, today we're looking at a few different stocks. Please stay tuned to the full video so you can get a breakdown of what I think are a great opportunity. Now, stock number one that's on our list today is Workhorse. Now, you guys know how much I love Workhorse. I've been trading them from early 2020. I started researching back in 2019, but I didn't get in until 2020. No, I was in the early stages, made a few trades. My last recent trades was up in the 40s once it crosses that ultimate goal. Guys, I put goals of tens. The first goal was to cross 20, and we did that earlier in 2020. And then 30 was in the middle of 2020 as well, and then 40 in the beginning of 2021. Now, what I preach and what I always tell anyone is that we want to buy low and sell high. I'm still sticking to that principle. It has worked great for me so far. Try to invest in company at a lower price than what the price is trading. And basically, if you see a value in a company, you invest at an early stage, hopefully, and the value increases, interest increase by investors, and your price get to go up, and you get to make a profit. So we all understand that Workhorse lost tremendous value in the company, heavily due to that $6 billion contract from USPS Postal Services Company from the US. Now, you guys know that they got beat out by a rival company, Oshkosh. Now, there has been reports that they are investigating why the contract was not awarded to them. Not sure if there's anything in the back end that in detail why they weren't chosen. Now, a few things off the top is that we understand that Workhorse had a few failures in the last coming months in terms of delivering the last mile to a successful and reliable truck. Now, in terms of the new contract, the time and the duration of it is not making sense compared to what Workhorse was offering. Basically, Workhorse was offering a better yearly deal if you stretch the years out compared to what was given by rival Oshkosh. Now, let's see what comes out of that investigation. But in the meantime, I have bought up a lot of shares again into Workhorse. Now, specifically on the day when it drops before market, it drops in the 12. I bought up a lot of shares at 1280 to 1290. I was able to sell some of that shares in the 17s and I was back in again. Yesterday, I took in a huge amount of shares in the 13s and 14s. Did a trade this morning at 16 40 and then I got back in the low 15. Now I'm going to sit back for a while now and see where this could take me. I strongly believe that Workhorse can make a recovery. It's just a matter of time and how long they take to do it. But I strongly think they will recover. For anyone that's in it and lost out and selling in the 40s, then hold tight. It is still a great stock to hold. Be positive. Keep doing research to see what's going on. There could be another um, contract that's on the way that will definitely help the company to start surge in price again. Now, stock number two we want to talk about is Tesla. We can see that Tesla was up for the morning. It was up at $737. But since we can see that the stock has pulled back, now trading in the low 702. Now, the market in general for the sector is down a little bit. It's a little bit surprising that the market is still staying low. We can see that QuantumScape has gone up a few points in 62 at one point, but we can see Tesla is slowly coming down. Guys, this is good news for people that still wants to get in Tesla. And this is what I tell you guys, that you need to be excited when Tesla is trading at a lower price because we understand that Tesla is still value for what they're giving us. And we need to be appreciative of the company. Now, as usual, guys, you know that I cannot tell you guys to hold on longer than what you want to do. But me personally, I think it is still a great opportunity for anyone that's holding Tesla, not to jump ship yet, because we know the end game of Tesla. We believe in the company still, and we think there's still value in Tesla. You know what I mean? With all the companies coming out, we still think Tesla is one of the best in the electric vehicle market. And you'd be a fool not to really believe that yourself. But again, anything could happen, guys. I'm here to let you guys know the honest truth is that we need to expect anything to happen. So you have to invest in the companies that you really truly believe in. because at the end of the day, if you're not believing in the company, and if price starts to fall, then you will get panic and you will sell and take a loss. And I hate seeing when my family or anyone close to me take a loss and lose money. But with anything, I could say that Tesla is one of the best company, if not the best right now. We understand that Lucid had a deal with Churchill. We saw the merger, but still, I think Tesla is a value for the money. And when it comes to tech, I think Tesla is still one of the best to be reckoned with. Now, again, guys, if you are trading on Tesla long term, it's a no brainer. Right now, short term, it is a good deal. This is why I love Tesla, and I could talk for days about Tesla. Is because Tesla is one of those stock that you can keep long term, you can keep short term. It's just that good, right? So for anyone that's concerned, I have no concern about Tesla. The only thing what I did is that I picked up a lot of shares in the 730s, and I picked up a lot of shares in the 620s in the last few days. And what I've done yesterday, as I told you guys, that I've sold those shares off, the extra shares that I picked up. I made $100+ per share, so I'm okay. And now the market, I'm hoping to see if it could break that $700 today. Then I'll definitely go in and I'll get some more shares for the day. This is buying opportunity for me personally. I cannot tell anyone else to follow the same like footstep what I'm doing, but for me, this is great opportunity for me to make more money. Now, next stock that I will be talking about right now is Apple, one of our favorite. We can see that Apple is down for the day as well. If we look right now, let's see. So Apple is losing about 2% for the day. It's kind of concerning, but at the same time, I'm excited to keep adding shares. This is what I told you guys. 2 days back when it drops to 118. I let you in know that I bought up a lot of shares. Now, the only difference is this time I didn't sell any of my Apple shares because I want to hold as many shares as I can going forward. So I wasn't into selling shares and losing out on that opportunity. But again, for anyone that wants to get more shares, this is a great buying price. Still disappointed, but hey, you know what? I can't go wrong with Apple, and I'm staying put because in the long end, we saw that Apple bring out different products in terms of the iPhones, in terms of the headphones that we see now, the Max and iPad Max. So sale is still there, and plus keep this in mind as well. A lot of kids are staying home right now, and we know how kids like to be flashy in the bus or in campus. So once school is in full fling, we will see an uptick in price for Apple um, products in general. So that will reflect in the stock price because obviously they'll start making more revenue. So even though they're making revenue with people that sit in home, Apple is a product that people like to show off. So and the more people buy is the more this price will start to rack up. So I'm pretty confident that Apple will go back very soon in the 130, 135, and it will stay there for a few months before start going to higher prices going forward. So if you're in Apple, as I'm saying, this is a long-term play. No worries for me. I'm staying in it. Now, this is not financial advice. I cannot tell you guys what stock to stay in. You have to know your financial needs and how you want to address the situation. But me personally, I think you should still stay with your Apple share for now. Now, next stock we want to talk about, this is the elephant in the room, and I leave it for last. This is GameStop. Now, we saw that GameStop in the last day, I would say 2 days, has gone up about 180% to this point. We can see today market, it's up at 43% currently. It was up at 170 early in the morning. So it has gone up 170, 180% in the last 2 days. Guys, the crucial thing about GameStop is that GameStop is very confusing for some people, but if you keep it simple, as I've been telling you guys, and I'm not sure why, I got a phone call from a friend this morning, and I said, you know what, I stopped telling, just lead by example, because I told you guys the principle still stays the same: buy low, sell high. Now, I use a common sense approach, right? The entire thing with GameStop is what started this saga is that, and the big guys were shorting the stock, and once it crosses over 40, I believe that was the number that was thrown out there so many times, right? 40, 40, 40. So when it gets to 35, when it gets to 37, when it gets to 40, this is when GameStop was flying off in January. So, unlike most people, obviously I did some trades, okay, and I came out great. But when GameStop starts to fall from in the 400, then if you're going to short the stock and the stock, the best price point for me to choose at that point is anything from 40 to 80. So obviously I made a great deal to go into that range. But then GameStop went to 38. Now, with this long debate about the SEC ruling and, with Congress and all this, this spiel that they like to throw out there, to confuse a lot of people, I picked the important parts from out of those meetings, right? I got back into GameStop just over 38, just about 38, 39. And then I had some shares in the low 42, 43. And I was just sitting on those shares, right? Because at that price, and the price was so cheap at that point, you can get 500 shares for 20 grand, right? So at that price, it was a no brainer for anyone that wanted to get in. It was a great investment. And I tell you guys all the time, if it's good to have a good cash flow when you're trading, because sometimes it's opportunities like this that makes a huge difference in your weekly trade or your daily trade. Because and the week was going, kind of a small 10-20% rise. We saw the Tesla give me some profit. We saw Apple make a small comeback, and then we saw the Workhorse low and high for the day gave me a great profit. But then the company that you least expect to make a huge push in such a short time. Now, keep in mind, my goal with GameStop in the last 5 days, when I start going back, I said, okay, you know what? I put a buy order in, and I says, if I buy up to $40 per share, and I put a sell order in at $200 per share. Now, unfortunately, the market yesterday, my platform with TD, they halted trade a few times, and even when the halt was removed, the platform was just slow. You couldn't make any trade. They completely block it, so you just show that you sell orders just pending. No, it's a good thing because for me personally, I was in that was $91 before market, and it couldn't get filled. But then markets open, it goes to 170, so I was able to get out at 165. Now the risky thing is I got back in just around 122. And then obviously I just got out just now at 138. Guys, I'm out it for the day, and I don't think I'll go back in it for now. I'll definitely use that cash flow to put an Apple. Again, I'm telling you guys, my plan right now is that each time I make these big trades that give these big returns, I keep stocking up on Apple and Tesla. Those are two of my favorite stocks. Also, American Airline as well, as you guys could see. I got some shares of that one in the past months and weeks, and we can see that that one has been profitable right now. Went up to as high this morning, just over 120, just over 22. Then make a small pullback. So I'm okay with that. I'm staying in American Airline. I'm staying in Apple and Tesla, and also Norwegian Cruise Line. I'm trying to spread across a few companies with revenues that I could rely on, as well as Nordstrom as well. Okay, those are doing great things for me right now. Now, the surprising one out of those has been Cineplex Odeon. Cineplex went up in the 14, so definitely we are more than 100% on that investment. For anyone that got in the price point, what I tell you in the beginning, you're up 100%. If you top when it drops below $5 per share, then definitely you guys are more than 300 to 400%. This is why I tell you guys, we got to buy low, sell high, keep it simple, you know, completely, completely eliminate the noise that you hear on a day-to-day basis when you're trading, right? Because the extra noise could really block your judgment. It could block whatever you're doing and then cloud you from actually making profitable trades. And this is why I completely shut off my phone these days whenever I'm trading, to make sure I'm focused on the market so I could continuously make a lot of money. Now, guys, I've given you a few companies that I think is gonna do well. I says there's Workhorse was one, Tesla was two. Now it drops below 700. That means I'm going to get more shares today. This is great. And then we have Apple, which is trading lower for the last week or two. This is great buying opportunity. And then we look at GameStop, that I'm not going back in for the day. I'll see how the market turns. If it drops below 100, I'm still not going in until the next few days. And now we look at American Airline. It came back down $1.50 or so, but it's still a great investment going long term. So, guys, this is just a review of a few companies that I think that you guys need to take a look in and to make sure that you're profiting from these. I'll be doing this on a normal base, not on a regular basis now, just to make sure I just combine a few of the companies that we believe in to make sure we can make more profit. This way, everyone gets involved, everyone could see what's happening, and then we all could benefit from what's going on. So, guys, if you watch this video, if you're excited to make more money, if this is the ultimate goal for you, then more power to you. Then let's keep making money and let's celebrate.